Good morning, everyone. My name is Pravin Pawar, and we are going to be continuation of the mobile application development. Which kind of application you can using right now related to the Android applications, and what are the different name of the mobile applications, and what is the quickest way you can design your applications related to that mobile applications. So this is the introductory part we have passed into the last session. This session related to the which application you can create. Okay. So Android, where we are going to be using the Androids. Now Android version will be using everywhere for your mobile phones as well as smart watches that we are going to be using. We are also going with the help of the Android applications. TV, whatever the smart TVs that we are going, that also uses the Android operating systems. Refrigerators, smart refrigerators, as well as the tablets. So these are all this kind of applications. Android operating systems are working every kind of a devices right now dependent on that. So it may be the mobile phone, watch, TV, refrigerator, or the tablet. Even though washing machines are using specifically some of the part digital touch screen, if you are using on the washing machine, then again you are using with the some kind of operating system like maybe the Android or some kind of other C++ operating system. So everywhere we are going to using some kind of a operating systems related with this. Okay. Now, what is the versions we are having there? We are looking at the history of the Android from the 2008 to 2024. I am having the next towards today's version 2026, what kind of a different versions we are using related to this, and what is been passed, and what are the names of the particular applications. Okay. Now, so these are the different versions which has been provided by the Android. First version they have provided, that is called as a cupcake, that is the version 1.5. Then they have designed the donut. They have providing the name with that particular according to the sweet that we are using for that purpose, and they have started giving the name of that application with the help of the sweet names. The second one is donut. The third one, it will call it as a eclair. Fourth one is nothing but the froyo. Fifth one is nothing but the gingerbread. Sixth one is honeycomb. Seventh, ice cream sandwich. Eighth one, jelly beans. Ninth one, Kit Kat. 10th one, lollipop. 11th is marshmallow. 12 is nougat. Then again same thing, that is the 7 version has been completed for that particular. Then after the 8th version they have given the name as the Oreo. The 9th version they have provided the name as a pie, and for the 10th they don't have the P. After that P will be having the one of the letters, so they don't provide any kind of a letter on that particular sweet name of that particular letter, so they have given the name as Android 10 only. Okay, Android 10 is the version name. Now for this they are using it as the, for version 10 they are using the Android Q, cause on the basis of the Q letter, Q character, we can provide any kind of a suite which starts with the letter Q. So they haven't provided any kind of a name, so they have kept the same name as a Android Q. But for the Android version 11 they have given the name as, after Q we provided R, so they have provided the name as a red velvet cake. For the version number 12 they have provided the snow cone. Again for 13 they have provided a tiramisu, again same thing, Japanese dish is the sweet dish they have provided. Now for the 14 and 15, most of the applications now we are working on the version 14 and the 15. So version 14 having the name upside down cake, and for the version 15 they are having the name as a vanilla ice cream. Now the version 16 and 17 also has been released. 17 beta version has been released, but 16 has been already used. Nowadays whatever the applications that you get, if you are purchasing the new mobile phones, then you can get the version number 16, that is known as the baklava, and they have provided the name as a baklava, that is also the one of the sweet. Okay. Now the 17 they have just released the 17 version. They are not using the complete version, they are only providing the beta version of that particular for the Android 17, which is having also provided the name cinnamon bun, that has been provided. But still the most of the applications working on which operating system, 16 operating systems. Okay. Now beta is nothing but the trial version they have started of the Android 17. So advantages of the Android development, these are the different advantages. First one is large user base. Now the Android is kind of applications which has been used by the bulk of the users, that is nothing but the multiple users are going to be using this kind of applications if you are using it in the Android applications or the Android operating system. Secondary, open source. Now the open source means if you want to do any kind of a update into this operating systems, you can do updates by yourself. So that's why it is called as the open source, and it can be run on every kind of a device. Okay. The third one is nothing but the Google Play Store. Obviously, whatever the applications that you are going to be installed, you can store that applications, or you can apply it on the applications which has been made by you onto the Google Play Store, and from that you can provide the purchasement or the free allotment of that particular application to the users. Third one is development tools. These are the different types of the development tools you can having into the Android applications. Cost effective, which is producing the least cost for while development of the applications. And the last one is nothing but the hardware compatibility, so which works on the multiple different kind of hardware. Specifically, you can work it on the Microsoft or specifically operating systems, as well as the Mac OS, as well as the Linux operating system. So all the operating systems will be done it on that particular advantages of that particular development. Now disadvantages: fragmentation, testing complexity, security concerns. Then challenges that we need to provide related to this: user retention. Last one is update delay. So if whether you wanted to use the application, you need to provide some kind of updations related to that particular applications. So if you're providing the delay, then obviously that application is going to be maybe or may not be used by that particular users. So these are maybe the disadvantage after doing this testing of the applications. There will be the different devices that you are using with that particular application. So maybe some applications may be working on that particular device, may not work on the other devices. So this is related to the testing complexity. Fragmentation will be what kind of a device, size of that particular application, display of that particular application, that goes on the fragmentation of that particular application. So there are some kind of disadvantages of that applications also. These are the software tools by which you can develop the applications: Android Studio, IntelliJ, React, Xamarin, and Unity. These are the different applications. These are the, if you don't wanted to do any kind of a code while developing the application, these are the code app builders. You can visit these particular applications, and without doing any kind of a coding also, you can design your own application also. Okay. One of the application I can provide you, this is the website that is known as the Quick App Ninja, where you can create your own game without doing any kind of a application also. Okay, so if you visit it, if you require any kind of how to do this, you can just tag on that particular video, and you will get the I will send you the link and how to design that kind of application with this kind of a website. Okay, so that way you can design your applications without even coding knowledge also. So it can be done it by every student.